Hello everyone, and welcome to another decisions training video. Today we are going to be going over something called the Drop Down Descriptor, which is an additional functionality that can be added to the drop down form control to provide more information about the options that are available. For example, in here, when you're specifying your shoe size for narrow, standard, or wide, you have the additional clarification in a different font on the right side of the actual information being presented. And when I select one of these, it is not going to display that additional information, but rather just put my selection up here. So let me show you how you can create something like this inside of Decisions using this new feature. So I have here a form that is designed to take in information provided from an employee database and then populate these fields over here in order for us to update some of them. Now, what we would like to add is a drop-down descriptor next to this selection that would specify the position that is being selected for this employee as well as their tenure, which is part of the data structure that this is being sourced from. So let me jump into the form designer so you can see how this works. So I'm in my form designer right now, and I'm inside of the drop down or combo box properties. On the right side over here, you're going to see the ability to add an item descriptor by checking this box, Show List Item Descriptor. Now I want to specify something about this option. It only appears when two criteria are met. The first is that the list input source must be a data name. If you try to select it from a flow instead, you will not get the option to pick an item descriptor, nor if you try to specify a static list. The second criterion that must be met is in your type selection, you must be using a complex data structure. You cannot use a simple data structure or this option will not appear. So I've selected the employee lookup data structure, which contains all the information that we are trying to use inside of our employee form. Now, when I click this Show List Item Descriptor, you're going to see a List Item Descriptor value over here. And this is going to give us a merged text area where we can specify what information we want displayed here and in what format. So as I mentioned, I want to put the position and their tenure. So I'm going to click on the position. I will then put a space and a hyphen, another space, and I'm going to click tenure, which is just an integer, and then put years after it, and then hit save. Once you have specified your list item descriptor value, you have the option to change how it's displayed. If you want to truncate the descriptor, if it goes too long, or if you want to truncate the display field and the descriptor if it goes too long. So are we just chunking off the descriptor, or are we going to take a little bit from both to fit inside of our drop-down box? That is what you are selecting here. And when you go down a little bit further, you have the option to use the form font for the list item descriptor or use our own. By unchecking this box, we now have the ability to change how this information is displayed. Let's say I want the font size to be a little bit smaller, and I'm going to make it italic. I'm going to hit OK and save, and now I'm going to run this form again and show you what it looks like. So here we are. I'm going to run this, and now when I drop this down, you're going to see each position listed over here, as well as the number of years they've been in that position. Notice that for this third option, the truncation of years is only affecting the drop-down descriptor. It's not truncating part of both to make this fit because that's not what we specified it to do. Also note that if you hover over a selection, the tooltip will still display the full information. And then once an employee is selected, it's just going to show the actual information in that selection or the specified field. It's not going to display the descriptor. So by utilizing the drop-down descriptor, you can provide more information or context about what a user is selecting inside of their form. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope this helped.